like to make from their own experience. Reason why I bought this one is I wouldn't pot that up until it gets about that size. So I wait until they really do get true leaves on them before potting them up. This one is Lathyrus Burnus alba. I don't know it, but a friend of ours, Ali, who acts as my advisor on seeds, she told me I had to get it. And so if she tells me I have to get it, I have to get it. This is Androsac Carnea mix. Again, I'd wait a while. But you see, this mix is so fine. It's very easy to pull these apart. It doesn't matter that they're... And then this Machinopsis, again, I'd wait a while. So don't be too anxious in potting them up.
So could you talk about how you would go about separating those?
Yes, all I would do is I would make sure I've got these on.
Why do you put those on?
I put those on because I find it easier to feel, and I'll only hold on to it with that. And
But why not just your hand?
Well, I don't know, you get so messy, and also, you know,
So
I
it's
find
not-
it
not for
easier
the
to
oils
take,
on your hand.
well, I find it easier to take the one glove off if I've got to write more labels than to somehow wash my hands and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I just find, for me, it's easier.
If you handle the soil too much too, I find that my fingers start cracking.
Yeah, get those cracks in there because it really takes the moisture out of your hands, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
So I would drop this in just have a fairly flat container. You could use just something like this and just drop it in it, and then you just literally tease them apart. And then when I go to plant it, I would hold it up like that and just put a little bit in the bottom of here, and then put the soil in around it. And I would try and plant it to the first lot of leaves so that it's got a good amount buried, not for tomatoes, of course, take some leaves off and plant them up so it's only one lot of leaves showing on each time you plant them up. So when you plant them to your next one, take the bottom ones off, only have one lot showing, and plant that one. I don't, for these, you don't take them off, but for tomatoes, do that. So my tomatoes look sort of puny, other than if people look at the size of the stalk, but in height, by the end of April, don't look very big, but what people don't understand is that that's all roots coming out of the stem, you know, because the roots will come out of your tomato stem. And again, what I find for the tomatoes is, you see what my labels are, is you see the first two of these going this way are Elfenbach Dyer. The first two going that way are Laroma. And the three coming this way, that's Andrew Rohat, and that's Big Beef. So, you know, you've got to label them, otherwise that's why poor Frida, don't lift up my tomatoes because I just want to lose my labels.
I was only going to...
I know, she was only trying to help.
You wouldn't let me either, Frida.
Yeah. No. And one year I made the mistake when I potted them up. The second time I potted them up, not the first time, of using compost. No, it's too heavy. It's too early, too heavy. You'll get too many corpses. You've got to go with your third mix, this one here, so that it's got lots of air in it and it's not too solid.
Now, how is this different from the sunshine mixes, like number
Not a lot,
four?
but I find it cheaper.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. The sunshine mix, Barb and I belong to a group called Seeds from Malawi, and Integrity give it to us at cost price for seeds from Malawi, and they give us either sell us number 1 or number 4, depending on what they've got at that stage of the game, which we use for putting up our plants.
What does that mean, number 1 and number 4? What do the numbers relate to?
Number 4 has got some, Barb has a number 4 got some fertilizer in it?
Yes, number 4 has some
So from
fertilizer in it.
okay.
But number,
One.
so fineness it could be? how fine it is or how much perlite there is, but
Yeah.
not the first one that has any fertilizer in it is number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then more as you go up.
Yeah, yeah. But,
So using number 4 with extra perlite is
yes,
doesn't it?
yeah,
Because the perlite helps to hold moisture, but it
Yeah.
also allows drainage.
yeah.
Can I ask
So
a question?
when you put it in gallons, what do you use?
Because I use either number 1 or number 4.
Oh, you still use,
Yeah, either number 1 or number 4 I'm using when I put them into gallon pots, yeah. Yeah, now we're getting it at cost price,
Yeah.
so it makes a wee bit of difference. I mean, I buy probably a couple of bags myself because I'm donating some to the Master Gardeners and some to the Garden Club, but the majority of them goes to seeds from Malawi, so yeah, I'm using those.
I need to
Yeah.
ask why you don't use vermiculite. I've used a mix of perlite and vermiculite, and
Yeah, I do too.
and I just wondered whether
They
there's
do
any.
both the same thing.
They do. So they're,
Yeah.
but so in other words,
My understanding is you usually use either or.
either or, not both.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why you couldn't mix them.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I've gone to sites
I'm
where
not-
they've said 1/3 perlite, 1/3 vermiculite, then
Yeah.
1/3 peat, for
you
instance.
should be using a mask if you're using vermiculite.
Or peat, or any of those.
Yeah,
Or
but
dust.
vermiculite in particular.
Because of the mica?
In particular,
Yeah.
Any of them
Okay.
should.
Good point.
causes silicosis, I think.
Vermiculite does?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. It gets in your lungs.
Not. That's scary. Asbestos. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you think that this has given you useful information?
Yes, very good, thank you.